That's my shit, that's my wave. Do it like that, then I repay. Don't be scared, I ain't afraid. Just like that, come my way. That's my shit, that's my wave. Do it like that, then I repay. Don't be scared, I ain't afraid. Just like that, come my way. Shit, that's my wave. Do it like that, then I.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Pumzi and I'm back again with anything and everything interesting. If you're new here, my name is Pumulo. I am an African student living, learning and existing in Russia, so be sure to like, comment and subscribe to this channel. If you're not new, welcome back. Long time no see. I hope you are good.
Another banger. Make a call, make a bomb, 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 make a call, make a keep body, bomb, 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 your body, make a bomb, 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 on a make it.
So I was just seated here and reflecting on life, looking at how the last couple of months have been, and it just hit me like adulthood is a scam, and adulthood abroad is an even bigger scam. So that's what I'm here to talk about. So adulthood comes with a whole bunch of things. It comes with a lot, and it comes with a little bit more for people who decide to live abroad. So when it comes to adulthood, there's a lot of things involved. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to navigate. And there's even more stuff if you decide to move away from home and live in a foreign country. And that's what I'm here to talk about. So, fresh out of high school, haven't experienced life, haven't experienced the streets, haven't experienced society, and boom, you're in a foreign country. And you are now at your stage where now you're like getting into life. Like adulthood is like the entrance to life. Whatever was happening back then, like we're just playing, it was like a movie. Now things are getting what? Things are getting real. Like this is Leo. All those things you used to think about. Oh no, when I grow up, I'm going to do this. When I grow up, that. Now you've grown up. Now you are growing up. You are about to learn the biggest lessons of your life. You're about to experience the most, memorable, impactful moments of your life. And you decide to be in another country. As much as I'm laughing, it's not funny. It's like very, very serious. And most people don't realize this. And then when you realize it, it just hits you like, boom, here we are. How's your life going? Now you start reflecting and thinking about your life. So that's what we're doing in this video. So living in a foreign country, especially if you're from Africa, you move to Europe, you move to the United States, you move to anywhere in the world that's very, very different from your hometown. Imagine from your home country, you've spent almost half of your life. No, it's not half. You spent your entire life in a certain place, and then you have to now transition to a different place. So there's a lot that goes on there. First things first, and that's something that I think I've already established, is that adulthood is one of the most challenging stages of life, because it's like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. You are stuck between enjoying your life, enjoying your youth, living in the moment, and planning for your future, building your future, building your dreams, doing what you have to do in order to live a better life. And so all these thoughts in your head, all this is happening. Let's not forget, you are so excited about your new life. You've moved abroad, you're seeing the things that you dreamed of, you're experiencing the experiences that you dreamed of all your life. But then you feel the pressure of actually making it in life. Now that you see all those things, now that you are actually exposed to what life is supposed to be. And if you're a sensible adult, these thoughts randomly cross your mind. And yeah, so these thoughts randomly cross your mind, and they give you nightmares, they give you goosebumps, they don't let you sleep at night in peace. But that's not what I'm here to focus about. These are just some of the challenges or the things that randomly crossed my mind and I thought of sharing. Because away from that, let's not forget you are in a new environment, new people, new weather conditions. Let's not forget about the weather conditions. And so you're in a place where you don't see people who are like you a lot. If you're a black person like me and you're a black African person, you know, it's not every day that you see black African people around. You feel alone because your family is back home, your friends are back home, you've left your entire life and you just moved. And so that's why I always say, like, big ups to those people who've decided to live their entire lives to set up a new life in a different country. Like, it takes a lot. Like, you need to have the balls to actually do it. And so respect. And to make it all worse, you're in a country in which they don't speak your native language. You're in a country that speaks a whole totally different language from the language that you've been speaking your entire life. And so this can be so frustrating. Imagine you, as old as you are, you don't understand what anyone is trying to tell you. You can't express yourself the way you want to express yourself. And you know, you're just there. I mean, it's so frustrating. Like, it's very frustrating. And you have to keep up with your family, you have to keep up with your friends back home, you still have to maintain those friendships, those relationships, while also trying to create new ones. And so this sometimes becomes a bit of a challenge because one or the two has to suffer, either the people at home or the people who you are trying to make friends with. For example, for me, when I came here, I think I focused a lot on the people back home. Like, I was texting, I was calling all the time, and then I realized, no, this is not right. I also need to find my own people here, because, you know, the people back home are like those internet friends that you meet. When you call them, telling them you need help, they won't be there to help you. They won't necessarily be there to help you. It's the people that are close to you that are going to really help you. And so that is why it is important when you move to a new place, make sure you create a sense of community. If you are lucky enough to have a community from your home country, it's very important. For example, you come to Russia. The Zambian community in Russia is very strong, and so, like, grab that chance with both hands and actually make friends with it. That very much helps in everything, like navigating school life, navigating, you know, your social life, navigating the new place, adapting. It really does help. So this is like advice for people who are planning to move abroad. These are some of the things that you'll be experiencing, things that will be randomly crossing your mind, and things that you'll actually have to be navigating. However, there is no definite route or plan on how to navigate all this. However, it's different from each and every person, but it is very important to be aware of how you feel. It's very important to be aware that you are not the only person who's feeling it. Like, that's why I always say it's very important to have a sense of community, because in the community there's a lot that happens. You have deep conversations, you meet new people share their experiences, and like, you get to be like, oh, okay, and like, it's so important. Like, even when school becomes hard, sometimes you just be able to look up like, if that one can make it, I can also make it. And so this is the purpose of this video. And so if you're enjoying it up to now, if you're still watching, make sure you thumbs up this video, leave a comment down below, and be sure to subscribe. Let's get to 500 subscribers. I mean, it's about time. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you share this video. Living abroad anywhere in the world, Europe, Asia, blah blah blah, America, fresh off the boat from Africa, can be very challenging. yeah, you see things that you've never seen, you have good experiences, and you see how well people are doing, how possible it is to be successful. And so that pressure just builds up inside you, that you are now hungry for success. You are hungry to make it in life because you actually see this. I mean, that's why some people may say that people who move abroad come back as arrogant or something. It's because they are frustrated people. Imagine you every day of your life, you see every time you're walking on the street, you are a pedestrian, your age mates are driving, and they're not just driving any cars, they are driving cars, like good cars, like on a daily basis. You see, oh guys. And so I feel the pressure just builds up. Trying to keep in touch with home, trying to keep in touch with the people who are actually where you are. And so yeah, it's kind of a lot. Yeah. And let's not forget that adulthood comes with responsibilities. You have responsibilities to yourself. You have bills to pay. You have groceries to shop. You have to maintain yourself. You have some money coming in, and it's your first time having money, and you feel like you want to spend, but then again you have all these other responsibilities, and so it becomes a lot. And that's why it's very, very important that you practice discipline, you practice financial discipline, you practice self-control, because your first money can make you go crazy, can make that first BC. It looks like a lot, and you feel like you're on top of the world. You're balling, you're balling. You're that guy, you are that girl, you're that girly. It's a lot. However, you still have to remember that you have so many responsibilities to yourself. And yeah, and let me just say this, is that until you start buying your own groceries, you start buying your own food, that you realize that, guys, your parents are rich. Cause tell me why the fridge was always full. Tell me why there was always food in the fridge. Me, in my fridge, there's water, there's juice. Adulthood is a scam. That's the word of the day. Adulthood is a scam. And for some people, you are trying to build financial independence, and so you don't want to depend on your parents. You have to, you have to hustle on your own. You have to make your money. You have to look good. You have to feel good. You have to enjoy your life while still also not enjoying too much, because too much of everything is bad. But then again, you're trying to save, you're trying to adulthood is a scam. And this your first money is not coming in a currency that you've been used to your entire life. It's in a different currency. You are in an economy that you may not understand. For some of us, we don't even understand if the economy of Russia is doing well or is doing bad, if the cost of living is high. We are just living. We're just living. And now you start getting that stress, when you're broke or when you have money. It's a lot. That's why in the midst of all this, God is important. You need to remember your creator, because you have to pray to God. Lord, help me navigate this stage of my life. Don't even get me started on school. School is a whole different thing on its own. You're trying to balance school. You are learning in a language that you don't understand. You have to be in class almost every day, because here the education system is so strict on attendance. And you come from being an A+ student to being that black guy in class who is average. And this is mentally damaging. This is mentally draining. And school is the reason why you are where you are. And you also feel like you're failing at the very thing that you moved to a whole different country for. On top of that, you would have gone anywhere You would have gone to school anywhere, you would have stayed back home, but then you came to a different country looking for opportunities, looking for more exposure, and now you also have to balance all the benefits that comes with studying abroad and actually maintaining your stay in that country. Like, it's a lot. Don't even get me started on those bureaucratic processes that we always have to go through, you know, renewing your visa, you know, doing your documentations from time to time. Like, it's a lot. It is a lot. It's a lot. And then on top of all this, you decide to try and find love. You decide to try and find love. Yeah. I just pray that with all this that comes with, you know, adulthood and moving abroad, Lord, I pray that don't let me get heartbroken. That's the last thing I want, is to be heartbroken, because that's when people give up. That's when people give up. Oh, you go home. Anyways, yeah, while you're doing all that, you know, life has to go on. So, you know, you're also trying to find love. You're trying to find comfort. You are trying to navigate this adulthood thing. You're trying to, you know, find a partner to spend your entire life with. Even though finding love isn't the main focus in all this, but it's something that we all try to do. And so, that also adds to the pressure. Honestly, all the way up to this point, I don't know if this video is making sense. However, I'm just like speaking my mind, and I hope you pick one or two things. So let's move on to some of the things that help in navigating adulthood. Number one, make sure you have set goals for your life. You can't be living life, you can't be going with the flow as an adult. That's very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And so you must have a plan for your life. You must know what you want. You must know what you want to achieve, how you're going to achieve it, and have the willingness to do what it takes to achieve those goals. Number two, surround yourself with valuable people. This point cannot be emphasized more. I know it can be hard to like find people who are impactful, people who we may consider valuable in our lives. Honestly, for me, I think I'm one of the lucky ones where wherever I go, I end up finding myself in that space of, you know, intellect. Finding myself with people who know what they want in life, people who have gotten the experience, people who've learned from other people's mistakes or their own mistakes, people who are passionate about what they do, people who are passionate about what they want. And honestly, that is something that I pray everyone finds. Valuable people. Go for people who carry a vision, people who might be slightly ahead of you. If you want to continue chilling with your age mates who are not as ambitious, who don't know what they want in life, who are enjoying their youth, and you know, that's your own decision. As for me, I advise you to go for people who actually know what they want. Another important thing is to have a sense of community. Wherever you go, make friends, form relationships. Don't be isolated. Do not. That's just you signing your own death notes. That's just you signing your own death certificate if you decide to be isolated. Like, a lot of things happen, and so, you know, it's always good to have people around who care. It's always good to have people who you know might come through for you if you need anything, and it's also your duty to reciprocate. Don't be a sucker. Reciprocate. Yeah, many interactions that we have, you end up learning from each other. You end up realizing you're not the only one who's going through what you're going through, and it actually makes you feel so much better. So community is very, very important. Do not isolate yourself. Do not isolate yourself. yourself. Make sure you are connected to the home, to the people who actually love you. Make sure you stay in touch with home. Like, make sure you nurture your relationship with your family members, with your close friends. I feel it's very, very much important. And you know they're the people who actually love you for who you are. And so it's very, very important not to neglect family and friends that we leave back home. Yeah. And the most important thing that you could do is always involve God in your life. Whatever you do, as you're trying to navigate all this, talk to Him, spend your time in prayer, and make sure you have a good relationship with God. He's going to help you. The Holy Spirit will come through for you. So do not neglect your faith. And this is not just for my Christian girlies, for my Christian brothers in the Lord. Whatever religion you are, make sure you maintain your religion. Make sure you keep your faith. Make sure you keep your faith. As I said, we all have different journeys, and so adulthood is different for each and every person. And so make sure you keep your faith. Make sure you cultivate your relationship with God. Do not, and I say do not, neglect your faith. I think this is the most important thing I've said in this video. Yeah. And make sure you have good friends. Enjoy life even as you are navigating adulthood. Don't be too hard on yourself. Enjoy. Yeah. Anyways, this is the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you thumbs it up, leave a comment down below. And if you're not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Make sure you hit that subscription button.